Welcome back here on the shores of Lake Guntersville. We are inside 10 minutes to the start of our first heat of H1 Unlimited Racing. It's presented by Allen Land Surveying, and we would certainly like to take this opportunity to thank them for their participation in our event. A special thank you to Brandon and his team at Allen Land Surveying for all of their work on our race course. We are very proud. We're also very fortunate here in Guntersville to have a certified world record course on Lake Guntersville. And this is indeed one of the fastest race courses in the world. That's why your organizers of this race work very closely with Allen Land Surveying, Brandon and his team, to make sure this course is certified, because it's quick. And if somebody does a real quick one like we saw last year, it's a world record that can be recorded. So our first heat of H1 Unlimited Racing, it's heat number 1. It's coming up inside 10 minutes. It is presented by Allen Land Surveying. It's going to feature the 91, the black and gold and white Miss Goodman Real Estate. It is driven by Andrew Tate. They were our top qualifier. They're going to be joined by a whole lot of Tennessee Orange. It's the U40, the Bucket List Racing, and Dustin Eccles. He will be behind the wheel of that one. Then it is our defending national high points champion, J. Michael Kelly, driving the bright red, trimmed in yellow Beacon Electric. That boat is U1. And rounding out our 4-boat field is the black, red, and white Miss Mercury's Coffee and Jamie Nielsen. The 91, the 40, the 1, and the 11, or as I like to say, Tate, Eccles, Kelly, Nielsen. Let's go take a look at the clock. We are inside 8 minutes to the start, inside 8 minutes. Our boats can come out on the water at the 6-minute mark. Typically, as I said before, that is a 5-minute clock, but they can come out at 6 minutes because of the distance they need to travel across Lake Guntersville. So this is it. We got a 5-race season coming up in 2024 for the H1 Unlimited Hydroplanes. And this is our first heat of the summer. Looking at the clock, 7:20. 7:20 until our start. Again, boats can come out at the 6-minute mark. And we've had our conversations about this new start procedure. We've done our best to explain it. And I, right along with all of you, are going to see this for the first time. It should be interesting. It should be fun. Let's see how it works. Remember, the dreaded 80-mile-an-hour rule is gone. We've been joking all weekend that it's buried right there in the sand. That's where we buried, Ashley, the 80-mile-per-hour rule. It's right there. Yes, it was. The question that just got put in my ear was the U9, the Beacon Plumbing, Corey Peabody's ride. Did they get the commissioner's option after failing their 2 qualification attempts based on fuel flow? And the answer to that is yes, a definitive yes. Darrell Strong's 2 boats, the 1 and the 9, will both be competing on an equal footing with everybody else here for the Southern Cup. The only thing they forfeited was any points in qualifying. So yes, they will run in our heats of racing for the Southern Cup. Thank you to our fan for asking that question and pointing out to me the fact that I forgot to point that out to you, our racing fans. So looking at the clock, Corey, hit me with a backhand if I get in your way. Everybody's looking at the same place, and we all keep inching out a little bit further to see this clock, which right now says 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Boats can come out on the water, and we've got boats moving over on the other side. So here we go. Allen Land Surveying, H1 Unlimited, Heat 1. Andrew Tate, Dustin Eccles, J. Michael Kelly, Jamie Nielsen. The Miss Goodman Real Estate. It's black, it's white, it's trimmed in gold. Tennessee Orange is the Bucket List Racing and Dustin Eccles. Bright red, trimmed in yellow, is the U1, the Beacon Electric, J. Michael Kelly. And rounding out our 4-boat field, and we're going to go 3 times around. Rounding out that 4-boat field is the U11, the Miss Mercury's Coffee. So your colorblind announcer here is going to pick these guys out, but I think I've got, that's JMK that is headed toward the top end of the race course. J. Michael Kelly, the boat carries a number U1. That is indicative of he being the 2023 H1 Unlimited National High Points champion. again, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen in this start procedure. This is going to be fun to see how the drivers want to do it. This is JMK, J. Michael Kelly, driving the U1, the Beacon Electric, last year's defending National High Points champion and APBA Gold Cup champion. Right behind him here comes the black, red, and white U11 Miss Mercury's Coffee. That is Jamie Nielsen. Here comes Dustin Eccles. He'll come across start-finish line in the Tennessee orange and black and yellow Bucket List Racing. And looking forward, here's our first little change to the starting procedure. We see the three boats come out and go across the start-finish line. They're all down to the bottom end of the race course. Andrew Tate says, yeah, I don't think so. He's got another idea. Here comes Andrew. He's coming slowly off the top end of the race course. He clearly did not want to be with the rest of the guys, so his start sequence is going to be a little different. Whether we change the start procedure or not, this is what we refer to as the race before the race. And we're 3 minutes and 34 seconds from the start. Now, here comes Jamie Nielsen. He is cutting across the race course. He's cutting across from the back stretch to the front stretch, and he's doing it at what we call the top end of the race course. That is a perfectly legal maneuver. He can cut that course from the front stretch that he's on now. He could go to the back stretch now if he wanted to at the bottom end of the race course. Looks like Andrew Tate's going to come across as well, but Jamie Nielsen's going to run down to the bottom end of the race course. Now, we're starting to approach, well, we are approaching 3 minutes. 3 minutes to the start. It is the 90-second mark, 1:30. The guys have to be behind the start-finish line. Oh, here we go with a cut across the race course here by Andrew Tate. So Kelly's going to come off the lower corner down there, and he's going to get from his radio man that is Andrew Tate coming across the race course right in front of him. J. Michael Kelly has the right-of-way there. He is the driver on the race course, and Andrew Tate yielded to him. He let him go by. Now watch Andrew. He will, unless he lost power without wanting to, he has set the boat down. Now, again, this is part of the new rule involved because previously he is violating an 80-mile-an-hour rule as he is not moving up there. Now, he could be doing this. He's either got a problem or he's doing this because he wants to. We won't know that just yet. We're going to assume this is what he is wanting to do. But this is part, and here he goes. Now he's going to fire it up. So this is part of the new start procedure. That would have been a violation a year ago with the 80-mile-an-hour rule. This is part of the trolling we've talked about. Now look at the boats going slowly at the top end. Andrew trying to pick this thing up and get it up on a plane. Keep an eye on him. He's trying hard to spool this thing up and get her rolling. Meanwhile, coming off the top end of the race course, that's J. Michael Kelly in lane number 1. He's got Jamie Nielsen sitting right with him in 2. And Tate is really pushing things right now as we are inside 90 seconds. So obviously very, very legal at the score-up buoy. Everybody was clearly way behind it at the minute 30-second mark. Kelly and Nielsen appear to be okay. It's Andrew Tate who couldn't get the boat up on a plane. He was really fighting it up the backstretch. He has really got himself in a big hole here. And this is part of what we talked about. If you want to shut the boat off, sometimes it takes a little longer to get the boat back up and running. But here comes Andrew, and he's going to be struggling to catch up with the team. And yes, he does have to go all the way around the race course. He cannot cut that course and get over to the backstretch. He's got to go all the way around. So we're going to look at our 3 leaders as we're inside 45 seconds to the start. Now we're inside 40. Lane number 1 is going to go to J. Michael Kelly. Lane number 2 is going to go to Jamie Nielsen in the Mercury's Coffee. J. Michael Kelly is in 1 in the Beacon Electric, and then in lane 3, currently on the outside, is Dustin Eccles in Bucket List Racing. Now look at Andrew Tate as he starts to reel in the field at the 22nd mark. Andrew, he may be okay. He may be okay. Again, we just don't know the timing mark here, but it's going to be J. Michael Kelly in 1, Jamie Nielsen in 2. In lane number 3 is going to be Dustin Eccles, and on the outside and trailing the field, it is going to be Andrew Tate. We are inside 5 seconds. We're 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. The start appears to be clean, and it was Dustin Eccles who broke the clock. Tate was able to catch up to the field, kind of. He's on the outside, but he's trailing by about 5 or 6 boat lengths as he gets down to the lower end of the race course. First boat we see making the corner, J. Michael Kelly, driving a Beacon Electric, but look to the outside of him. He's got company. He's got Dustin Eccles in the Bucket List Racing on the outside. He is in second place. He's running in lane number 3. The start was clean. In third place is Jamie Nielsen in the Mercury's Coffee, and Andrew Tate. Don't count him out, but don't count out Dustin Eccles. He is staying right in that right side rear view mirror of J. Michael Kelly. He's to the apex of the corner. Remember, fans, we're going to go around 3 times. Kelly still with the lead. Where's Dustin? There he is. Dustin is staying right with him. Good racing here in our Heat 1 presented by Allen Land Surveying. This is going to be good. It is Kelly. He's out by about 3 boat lengths on Dustin Eccles and Bucket List, and now in third place it is Andrew Tate. Tate has gobbled up the U11 of Mercury's Coffee at the end of lap number 1, but the race is out front. J. Michael Kelly, Beacon Electric U1. Right side rear view mirror is full of Tennessee Orange, and that's Dustin Eccles. Andrew Tate's running a big race course, but he is closing in slowly on our 2 leaders, and you cannot see Dustin Eccles. He is right there with J. Michael Kelly. Oh, this one's not over at all. Remember, we go 3 times around. This will be the completion of lap number 2. Kelly out front by a couple of boat lengths now, looking for Dustin. Where is he? Oh, there he is. H1 Unlimited Hydroplane Racing at its very best. J. Michael Kelly, Beacon Electric, Dustin Eccles trying to gobble him up on the outside. Tate's still in the picture, but he's going to run out of real estate and run out of time. Oh boy, I just got a message I did not know. Apparently we're going 4 times around. I did not know that. That one didn't get caught, but apparently they're going to go 4 times around. It's going to give Dustin more time, but Dustin's right there again with JMK. Up the backstretch now. It is still J. Michael Kelly. That looks like 1 hydroplane over there. It is 2. And now we can see the air scoop on the Bucket List Racing. He is pulled up alongside. They can look out the window and talk to each other. Kelly in 1. Dustin Eccles in 2. Outstanding racing here in our first heat of the day, presented by Allen Land Surveying. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than this in H1 Unlimited Racing. They should come down and get the white flag, and they do. We're going to go one more time. Eccles on the outside is closed the 2 within 1 boat length. 1 boat length as we start our final lap. Down to the lower end of the race course, Kelly, who do we see? There he is, J. Michael Kelly in lane number 1. You see the importance of that lane. But somewhere out there is Dustin Eccles. He is lurking, and there it is. We see the boat one more time. You can see the air scoop right behind the wing and the fairing on J. Michael Kelly's bright red Beacon Electric. Dustin Eccles, Bucket List Racing, right there with J. Michael Kelly. This is going to be a drag race off the top end of the race course. Doesn't get much better than this in H1 Unlimited Racing. 2 boats side by side for 4 laps. Where's Dustin? There he is right there. Look how close he's staying to Mike. And now it's going to be a run to the finish line. J. Michael Kelly in 1. It is going to be Eccles in 2, and Kelly's going to hold on and get him. Or is he? Yes, he did. Holy cow, that was close. Oh, I thought he was going to get him easy, and then all of a sudden, Eccles really closed over the last couple hundred feet. Oh, my goodness, is that really what we're going to do all summer long? That is awesome. Oh, that was fun. J. Michael Kelly on the water is your winner. Dustin Eccles, driving Bucket List Racing, will come home in second place again on the water. Our top qualifier, Andrew Tate in the U91, the Goodman Real Estate, will come home in third. And our 4th place finisher will be the U11, the Miss Mercury's Coffee, and Jamie Nielsen. Holy cow, we got a summer full of that coming up. Sign me up. Allen Land Surveying, our presenting sponsor for our first heat of the season. They absolutely don't get much better than that one. And I say on the water, that was our finish order because same as we had to do in our qualifying session, we have to run the boats through tech inspection. I can tell you now that one of the changes we've made within H1 Unlimited, we are trying to do this as quickly as humanly possible. The first boat they will jump on will be J. Michael Kelly's U1, the Beacon Electric. We just got it in my ear that the video has confirmed that it was indeed J. Michael Kelly. And when our officials just touched me in the ear with that information, I'm thinking, I'm not quite sure I know exactly what they were talking about. We don't get that very often, that we have to have video proof of who won the heat. It was that close. Wow. So, no, I'm not going to hand you a microphone, but I'm going to have you come stand close enough to me to where we can kind of both get picked up. So, you started this Hydrotown thing, and H1 Unlimited, chairman of the board of both of those organizations. We got, please. Oh, we will definitely get there. Yes, we will. But I got Mike Denslow here. So that seemed to work pretty well. What do you think of the first heat of the year?
We're not taking any credit for it, but that was incredible. Photo finish, first heat. Can't be more excited than that.
It's unbelievable. So all we want, it's very simple. Just do that every heat. The rest of the year, we'll all be happy.
Well, the starting procedure played out the way we wanted to. The guys had their own way they wanted to handle it, and we had a good start. Andrew obviously had an issue, but other than that, we had a good score up and a good start and some great racing, and that's exactly what we want all weekend.
As I always say, it's that kind of deck-to-deck racing. I don't care who it is, and I don't care the speed. That's what will bring the fans back. That was terrific racing. I mentioned earlier this morning the new relationship between H1 Unlimited and RevChem Composites, and part of that new relationship encompasses a Fast Lap Top Qualifier Award and a $2,500 prize for our top qualifier. We mentioned earlier that prize and that award is going to go to Andrew Tate. He is the winner of our RevChem Fast Lap Award for our first race of the season. His qualifying speed, 168.789 miles per hour. That was his first qualification attempt this morning. Nobody was able to knock it down. I think a big part of that, a big role in that, was the water conditions, which are absolutely gorgeous right now, as we just saw in the heat racing. But congratulations to Andrew Tate, the Goodman Real Estate Racing Team, and the U91. They are our inaugural RevChem Composites Fast Lap Award winner for the top qualifying speed in 2024. Congratulations. I'm going to go check with the officials, make sure we get information quickly on our tech truck as our boats go through to make sure they clear. But I want to take one last opportunity to say thank you to the fine folks at Allen Land Surveying. Brandon, your team, you guys have done a great job putting this race course together, making sure it is certified so we can set world records. It really is appreciated. So we'll be back. We'll be back looking at the schedule. I think we are perhaps, no, we're supposed to bring out our vintage boats one more time before we break for lunch, so we'll keep an eye open for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to step away. Great racing in Heat 1. We'll be back.